Masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayon din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Okay, good morning! Good morning mga ka-techwiz, ka-coder. Okay, so Friday na naman po, online tutorial na naman po tayo. So today, November 12 is a very special day for all of us po, no? So because today, dahil week 8 po tayo, no? Katatapos lang po ng ating first quarter and gusto po namin kayong bigyan ng isang makabuluhan at isang very inspirational session for this day. That is why I have invited me as your tutor today, Tutor Bell, for Java programming. Nag-invite po ako ng isang ICT professional from the industry. Okay po? So, for week 8, no, we're going to have this topic, Real 101 Talk about programming sa isang ICT professional na nasa industry po talaga natin. Okay po? Okay? So, we want you to be motivated to learn more about programming, lalo na yung ating mga senior high school students who will soon be in their college. No? So, para po mas ma-inspire palalo yung ating mga students to learn na mag-program po, no? So as I've said, invite po ako ng isang tao, no? Isang resource speaker para po sa araw na ito. Okay? So, I want you to meet Zar Eclarinal, no? So, he is actually a former office mate of mine on my first job as a programmer. Okay? So, that was a few years ago na po. So, he is actually a software development manager now sa social group. He is currently as a US po siya right now, no? Doing his job. Experienced software with a demonstrated history of working in the he is a skilled in API development using the Microsoft technology stack. No? So for his educational background, graduate ng computer engineering sa Mapua. And nag-take din po siya ng master's at Ateneo Information Technology Institute. No? So he will be with us for the entire session for our 1 hour for today para bigyan niya po tayo ng what is it really into programming. Okay po? So that is our invited resource speaker. So nasan ka na, Bazar? Pwede bang magpakilala ka na? Zar, nakamute ka. Yan.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning. Welcome to ETUlay tutorial dito sa Pinas. No? So this is actually a program of the DepEd, no? DepEd sa Department of Education for the high school, no? So sa high school to, for grade 11 and 12. Pero dahil live tayo ngayon sa YouTube at saka sa Facebook, so mas marami tayong viewers at nakakapanood nito offline para tapos na. But this is live right now. Okay? So, yan po si Zar Eclarinal. No? Actually, product po siya. No? So, hindi lang po siya, belong din po siya sa DepEd because ang kanyang mother, no, ay isa pong dakilang guro. Yung kanyang namayakang ina. Tama ba ako, Zar? Di ba? Tama ako.
Yes.
No? So,
Elementary.
po, yung kanyang mother, no? Elementary teacher po, yung kanyang mother. So, talagang niya, no? Ng isang totoong teacher, no? So, nanggaling yan sa pamilya ng teacher. Kaya yung education sa kanya is very important, no? So, mas madami tayong matututunan. Tama ba ako, Sar? Marami tayong matututunan sa'yo for today.
Sana. I hope.
Okay, so, okay, so, tell me about yourself, Sar. So, paano ba nag-start yung programming career mo?
So, siguro naka-interest ako to
Para mabigyan ng short background ng mga viewers. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so naka-interest ako sa programming ever since I was in high school then. So at that time, right, interest ako sa mga games, mga video games and such. So I'm curious, right, how they actually make those games.
Okay,
And then I learned about, about good programming. So at that time, I thought napakadali lang gawin yon, and it's a very interesting, job. But it turns out, as you know, I went to college, studied computer science, and doon ko naisip na it's a very tedious work, but it's very fulfilling. One of the things As you can see naman, everywhere you go, right, 24/7, it's highly impossible that you'll not encounter anything that was developed or programmed, right? So it's a very demanding job. At the same time, it's a very fulfilling career there.
Lalo na financially, di ba?
Well, yeah. I mean, gotta be honest. Yeah, financially it's very fulfilling, but of course, it takes. Ngayon kasi everyone can be a programmer, right? So the competition as well is very high. So I mean, there are kahit pumunta ka lang sa isang kanto, may probably computer school or computer college, right? So sometimes you have to do that extra mile, kumbaga, extra effort to make yourself stand out. So because yung yung job market is very competitive. So the goal, I think the key. Go ahead. Sorry.
Bata ka pa lang, nag-umpisa ka sa games, no? Sa games lang. So paano mong napili na computer engineering na yung kukunin mo as a course? ICT per se, no? Bakit ICT of all the courses available, bakit nga ICT? Bakit
kasi
computer engineering?
Kasi I'm curious about yung computer itself, yung hardware itself, and then yung software. So computer engineering kind of give you both, right? It gives you like education regarding the hardware, CPU. You learn about CPU, motherboard, all those stuff, and then at the same time, you learn the software side of things, how those instructions, right, are written, because that's what programming does, right? So it basically you need to instruct those computer hardwares to do stuff. So
but it turned out you a programmer. Bakit ka napunta sa programming instead of the hardware? Bakit hindi sa hardware?
Kasi yung hardware is very limited. At the time when I'm looking at computer engineering, there's not much advances with regards to hardware. But software, I see kasi a potential because it's very flexible, right? Early on, nakita ko na if you know how to do programming, there's a lot of things that you can do. And we can see that in this, in this world, right? So, like mayroong blockchain technology, machine learning, right? Kahit yung simple online apps, mobile applications, so all of those are programming. So it became very broad. So there's a lot of opportunity for programming yung pinocus ko.
Okay, so meron bang factor yung school kung saan ka nag-graduate? Meron bang factor yon? That is
No, not at all. It's all about passion, right? Because usually, especially if you're newly grad, you usually ask to do exams. So in the exams, right, it doesn't matter what your schools are, but as long as you're good with with the programming concept. Because when you go to college, right, maybe early on in high school as well, you'll be given like programming fundamentals, right? The for statements, the if else, yung mga ganon. I still remember those. And then of course yung object-oriented programming. So as long as
importante yung basic programming, no?
Yes, it is. Yang concept na yan, that is 20 years old and up to now, in-apply pa rin yan. sa job.
Yan pa rin yan, ano? So,
Yes.
When you start your career as
Yes.
programmer, yan yung mga basic dapat na alam mo, no?
Oo, yung mga for loop, mga ganon, di ba? Yung mga simple instructions, like if else statements. Yan, nandyan lagi yan. Yung pag-create ng function. Yeah.
Okay. Nandun na tayo, no? Nandun na tayo sa gumraduate ka. So, how did you came up? How you landed with your first job? I remember him actually.
Yeah.
Actually, first job mo yun sa GCS,
Yes.
Remember? Okay, so
Yes,
I
it was.
still could remember po, so hindi po sa itinataas ko po yung bangko niya, but how many soon to be aspirant junior programmer nga kayo? Ay, software engineer pa noon, no? Ilan kayo nag-exam noon, sir? Naalala ko ba? Ang dami
Hindi ko na
niyo, di ba?
maalala eh.
In one big room, there were actually parang nasa 50 or to 75 kasi may batch 2 pa kaming nag-exam na, no? Okay, so
I forgot what the name of the hotel is. I remember it's in the hotel.
Okay, so that's the Hotel Intercon before.
Yeah, Intercon,
Nandun
yes.
pa lang ata yung Hotel Intercon, di ba? Okay, so he landed his first job sa kumpanya ko po na napasukan, na unang-unang kumpanya ko na napasukan. So, siguro talagang mataas po yung IQ niya because of the high number of aspiring software engineer. Umangat talaga yung score na. So, number 1 po siya doon sa nag-take ng exam. So, after we evaluated yung assessment na ginawa, no? So, umangat po siya. So, talagang siya yung number 1. So, that is why he was hired as software engineer, no? So, Belgian-based company po iyon, so for your information. And then, but actually, hindi po siya nagtagal sa akin, no? So, mga ilang months lang, di ba? Okay, so, what was your reason behind that ka nag-resign nun?
Well, it's more of usually when my goal was after college, right, is to learn as much as possible, right? So it's very I guess it's very common that early on you move from one job to another to experience, to broaden your horizon, kumbaga. So yun yung actually first goal. So I think I was hired by Fujitsu. We served after sa GCS. So nagtrabaho ako sa Fujitsu and I learned more.
Meron bang Fujitsu ngayon?
Meron pa rin naman. Pero hindi na yata pangalan na nila Wizard.
Wizard. So pinalitan na from Fujitsu to Wizard.
Pero nandun pa rin yung Fujitsu hardware side, yung gumagawa ng laptop, yung mga hardware equipments. Pero yung software side nila, pinalitan na nila ng name.
Okay. So, ayun, no? So, nag-resign siya. He went to Fujitsu. So, sa Fujitsu, ano yung mga programming experience mo doon na you can share? Kasi
mostly,
start ka pa noon sa iyong career.
Yeah. So, early on kasi I decided na
programming na talaga.
So early on, ang finocus ko talaga is Microsoft stack. So C#, and Visual Basic, yung mga Microsoft technologies. So sa Wizard, nabigyan ako ng opportunity to use C#. And then also at the same time, nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to engage with clients. Because most of our clients are local. So, NAPOLCOM, National Police Commission, mostly actually public, public office. Even in, I think, in the Bureau of, I forgot, IPO, Electoral Property Office. So we work there as well.
Mhm. So, yun, no? So, after nun, you are actually doing your job, your day job, and at the same time, you are taking your masteral in IT. Why did you still decide to take the masteral in IT sa Ateneo?
Kasi when you're working, right, you don't have control on the progress, on the pace of your development. Kasi, di ba, you have to work on the pace that the company you work for provide. So, sometimes I feel like habang nagtatrabaho, parang meron pa akong gusto kong pag-aralan.
Excuse me saglit.
Cannot,
Parang may
within,
nag-e-echo. May nag-e-echo. Sa isa ba yun yung nag-e-echo?
not sure.
Oo, sabi kasi ni Sir MJ may nag-e-echo raw. Sir MJ, sa amin po ba yun? Sa akin o kay Sir po? Nakamute ka, Sir.
Minute ko just in case na malaman kung kailan nagamit ko.
Ayan, Sir MJ, sinit na po namin. Okay. So, ayan, no? So, ayan. So, continue, please.
Yun. So, para mabilisan yung progress ng development ko, I studied Masteral Science and Information Technology in Ateneo.
Mhm. Okay, so mas nahasa yung programming mo because of your yung nature ng company o yung ano dapat mong mahanating company or position, no? Kung level entry lang para yung sa kapakanan ng mga nanonood natin mga graduating student or nagbabalak
Yeah.
na
Usually, the best ones are the offshore companies, yung nag-outsource, working for US clients na outsource nila sa Philippines. Kasi the reason why is because you're not stuck with a particular environment, but rather because you move from one project to another. Kasi katulad ng Accenture, for example. I worked for Accenture for 5 years. Well, probably 8, yeah. So, sa Accenture, when you go to one project, after it complete, you go to another. So, yung mga projects, mga few months lang, and then once natapos, you move on to a new project. So, you get to another parang fresh of breed, parang bagong adventure na naman, kumbaga. Unlike if you work with, for example, IT department of a manufacturing company, or a company that does line of business nila is not really IT, like manufacturing or those stuck not to one thing, right? One application. So it's I would advise if people are going entry level is work for a consulting company. When I say consulting, I mean IT consulting company, or yung mga company that outsources, projects from different country to the Philippines.
Mhm. Pero mga local companies, wala. Madalang, no?
Local companies, I heard yung San Miguel, SMIT, of course, yung blue chip companies like TLD, they all have their own software houses already. Globe, those telco companies. And I heard that medyo vibrant yung startup, right, in the Philippines. So it's also good to look at other emerging startups. For example, a good way to do that is if you like something, right, for, for an app or for, an application, a website, for example, you know, uh, try to apply there. Kasi, uh, maganda yung meron kang kumbaga, you work for a company that you like because you get parang you're not every day you look forward, right, waking up, going to work. So that's so as much as possible. If you are impressed with a particular company, then try to apply there. Or at least target to be in the company. For example, if you like what Facebook is doing or what Google is doing, then try to apply there. Although you may not get it at the first time when you're entry level, but at least you tried. There's no harm in trying. When I was starting out, dati wala pang masyadong online resumes. I have to print like 50 copies of my resume and then walk to Makati, giving out those resumes. Right? So just getting that first job, yung pinaka-critical. Once you get that first job, and then you're in, then you get more comfortable, right? Nawawala yung insecurity mo na you probably took the wrong course or so sometimes that can be depressing for some people, right? So getting that first job, whatever it is important.
Okay, so siyempre ang laging question ng mga estudyante ngayon, programming is hard. So what are actually the truth and lies behind programming itself?
It's
Truth
not hard.
and lies.
Yeah. So
It is
the
hard.
lies, it's not hard. It's like learning a new language.
For you. What about those students who are actually want to take this course maybe for financial reason or maybe baka wala silang choice or maybe pero hindi sila ganun kagaling programming. What would you advise?
Well, you have to learn out of passion. So the fact that you're just enrolling because of the financial benefits and because you see that it's cool or someone is pressuring you to learn programming, then that's not the right reason. So you gotta be, you think you need to have a certain interest, right? You have to be interested on something to do well in. Because if you're interested, right, you're actually going to spend hours, right, spend times on it. So even outside of school, right? Because
Programming.
hmm?
Nakailang books ka ba ng binabasa programming na makakapal na ganyan?
Hindi naman. I usually when I go to ngayon, lalo na ngayon sa YouTube, there's a lot of
Actually ngayon mas madami silang source of information, di ba?
yes. And then you can just try it out. Try something like Hello World. You start with something like Hello World. You try to build your own, even just one page of a website, even just login of a mobile app, whether it's Android or iOS, just try something on your spare time. And I would guarantee you that if you spend enough time on it, it can be beneficial financially in the future. But you have to invest time on it.
The practice makes perfect, kumbaga.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect.
And the language doesn't matter, right? It can be Java, it can be C#, it can be Python, it can be Node.js. The language doesn't matter. You have to learn the concept, right? Parang ano lang din yan dialecto. Pag nag-aaral ka ng bagong language like French or Spanish, di ba? Hindi importante yung vocabulary. It's more of the structure. Paano i-group yung words to create a sentence, di ba? That's important because whether what language that it, merong noun, may verb. Similarly, sa C Sharp, for loop. Sa Java, may for loop. So, naralan mo na lang yung syntax, di ba? Pero if you understand the concept of what for loop does, or what an if statement does, what a create function does, regardless of what language, merong equivalent na doon. So so as long as your fundamentals are good, then I think you can work with any language.
And the character. So what about the character? Anong kailangan nilang i-build sa character
yeah.
nila?
So depending on one thing is kailangan analytical ka. I'm not sure how to actually express what analytical is, but usually kailangan more on the logic side. Maybe common sense, something. And of course, you have to be a little OC. Medyo kailangan sa details. Kasi ang programming is all about the details. So, kailangan very detailed ka. Pero merong ibang branch ng ICT relative to creativeness, yung mga creative, like graphic design, product management, right? User experience, yung nag-handle ng color schemes, mga ganun. So, there's for both analytical and for that are creative, there's room for ICT for both. And then, of course, importante rin yung communication. What do you call this? Yung expression ng kasi kailangan magaling kayong at least particular when I say communication, it has to be, you have to be expressive, right? So that means you have to be good in English or even Tagalog, I guess. Pero mostly kailangan you have to be good in English because most of the companies you will work with looks for people they can. Yeah.
Okay. So communication skills, tapos you have the character, and then you have the skills in programming. Way to go. No?
Yeah. You have to be goal-oriented. Kasi ang programming is it's not about how much you spend time on a particular task, but it's what you achieve, right? So usually when you're given a project, they don't tell you, okay, spend 10 hours to this project. No, they're looking at output. So regardless if you spend 10 hours or just 1 hour to that output, that's what they're looking for. So most companies are performance oriented. That's how they do it. Performance based. The career is performance based. So it's rare actually. If you're looking for overtime pay, it's rare in the IT industry.
Programmers nerd, okay? Our programmers really are nerd. Are they nerd?
No, they're not. Actually, at my time, they were. Pero ngayon, they're actually cool, just the likes of, Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk, even Jeff Bezos sa Amazon, diba? They're actually considered as cool. When you have money, you're cool.
Sige nga, total pinag-usapan na rin natin yung money. Magkano ba na ngayon ang sweldo ng isang entry-level programmer?
I think the last time when I was in the Philippines, the last time I actually it's more on the 30,000, I think 30,000. But that was a long time ago. And it's so it's 30,000 a month.
si Romel, I think, he started sa GCS, 40,000 na yun. Nasa Australia na si Romel ngayon, actually.
I see. Yeah.
So si Giselle is still in Singapore. Si Albert actually nasa Pilipinas siya, no? Tapos sino pa ba? Ang wala akong balita kay kay yung isa, yung halos kasabayan mo rin. Yun yung wala na akong balita. Even kay Ma'am Denise, wala na totally akong balita. So, ayun.
Ako, ano ba ako? When I started, it's like 8,000 times. Pero tuwan-tuwa pa ako nun.
Ang tagal naman na nun.
Oo. Pa-Jollibee pa ako nun, no? 8,000. Pero yun nga, siguro, basta importante, when you start your career in IT, focus on learning. You know, try to get as much experience, and then the money will be there. Don't worry.
Good morning, Sir Marlon. You're watching from Orani National High School. Baka may question ka sa ating speaker. Type mo lang, comment out mo lang. Okay, even with Eva Remo Aguilar, watching from Gandara Central School, Gandara District, Samar Division. And kanino pa to? Ayan, no? So, yan yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon dyan.
Yeah, good morning po sa inyo lahat. Hopefully, if you have any questions, sabihin nyo lang. I'll try my best to answer them.
So, napaka-precious po nito ating speaker, no? Hindi naman po ito manghingi ng bayan. Wala akong pambayan sa per hour nito.
Okay lang.
So, thank you po, Ruby Bart, for watching. Okay, so what else? So yun so you are now working. Ano yung mga usual benefits na meron sa isang IT professional?
Okay. So if you're fortunate, right, you'll be given what they call a stock option. It's actually rather than the base pay, o binabayaran ka na on a regular basis, pero they have what they call a stock option. So a stock option is like you're given a share of the company. So depending on the revenue of the, meaning you're part owner of the company. So if it's a publicly traded company, yung mga nakikita nyo sa Philippine Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, where you're given shares of that. So you can sell those in the market, and then if you want to, but yeah, yun yung magandang option. And then if you're fortunate enough to be in a startup, yung mga simula pa lang, those stock options can be more valuable than the base salary mismo. So imagine if you work with Amazon or Google, right, when they're starting. Ang value ng isang stock ng Google by that time siguro mga $1, $10. So by this time, right, if you actually Google share is around 1,000. So imagine if they gave you 1,000 shares, then you're like you already have $1 million now. So yun yung mga advantage. So yung iba mas piniprepare nila to work for a startup. So yung mga nagsisimula pa lang. And then the other benefit, usually, go ahead, sorry.
Pag daw programmer, usually nerd, no? Nerd, yung mga wrong notions about programming. Na hindi naman pala.
Oh, it's well, kasi meron siyang very introvert kasi yung work. So like me, I can work from home. I don't have to go to the office. I don't have to dress nice, right? And that's usually where it comes from. Kasi when you see people like Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg, right? Naka-sandals lang pag nagpakita yan. They don't really kind of impress other people. Kasi by
Do you
nature,
still, do you, Sir, do you still do programming now that you are a manager already?
oh
Do you
yes,
still do
yes, I still
programming?
do. I still do. Kasi I'm a technical manager. So usually, medyo high level na nga lang. It's called architecture now. Hindi na yung mismong nag-code. Mostly, I provide guidance. And,
Once a programmer, always a programmer.
yes, 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 definitely. Kasi you have, parang ano siya eh, parang siyang doctor din or, medicine. You have to keep yourself up to speed. Lalo na sa IT, masyado nag-advance. Mabilis ang advancement ng technology.
Okay. So yun na nga, sabi nila, ayun nga din sinasabi ng ibang bata. So you have to keep up with the latest technology. Is it true that you have
Yeah.
to learn and keep up to date? So keep
Yes, yes,
yourself up to date with the latest technology.
yes,
So that's true, di ba?
yeah. And that's the reason why you have to be interested on it to be good at it. Kasi when you're interested, it's not a job anymore, right? It's like a game for you.
Mm.
So once na pag kasi tinreat mo siya as trabaho, talagang magiging madali kang ma-burn, madali kang magsawa, ma-bored sa ginagawa mo. Especially ikaw yung mga tipong social person, right? Yung sanay ka nang may kinakausap, that kind of role. Kasi usually, more often than not, 5 hours a day or 6 hours a day, nasa harap pa lang ng isang computer and doing your stuff. Minsan, ayaw mo talaga magulaw kasi you're what they call in the zone, right? Kasi when you're doing programming, there's we call that the zone. Parang you're in a momentum. Parang may na-discover kang way to approach and ayaw mong maisturbo. Gusto mong tapusin yun kasi baka mawala yung idea mo. Ganun.
Okay. So, ano pa? What else? Share ko lang po. Okay, so yung mga audience po namin ngayon, baka po may question kayong iba to. Sir Andy from Surigao del Sur Division. Hello po. Good morning po, sir. So we have question po for Zar. Okay. Good morning po, Sir Jehan Rakaza. Okay, so what else? Ilang taon ka na sa Ilang taon ka na sa programming ngayon so sa industry mismo?
Ngayon, nasa almost 20 years.
Ilang
Yeah.
years?
20. 20.
Ay, 20 years.
More than 20 years pa nga. Siguro mga 20 plus, 23, ganun.
So let's just have a quick recap, Zar. So siguro tips and tricks, no? So sa mga future aspirant, junior programmer, software engineer out there, sa mga students natin, anong masasabi mo sa kanila?
Huwag kayo magpadala doon sa notion na we are nerds. It's not true. And then of course, you gotta be interested. Like I've emphasized so much. It's not for people na because you like the job. Because early on, you'll definitely find other jobs that pay high for entry level. But you have to treat it as a career, right? Something you want to go long term on. Hindi siya pwedeng look for finances initially. Definitely sa simula, medyo you will suffer a little when it comes to probably financially because of how competitive the job market is, the current landscape. So baka mahirapan kayong, but don't makuha ng trabaho initially, but then do not give up on it. Eventually, when you get the appropriate training, when you get your foot in front of a door, right? And then they hire you, then it's gonna be a very rewarding career. So you just have to stick on it. So like everything else, you have to practice, right? So you have to be willing to spend out of hours, meaning beyond the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. that you give to the company. You are willing to spend some time alone in your home, right? To actually improve on your skill. Kasi if you do the same thing like everyone else does, right? So what makes you different, right? What will make you stand out? So it's either you have that skill set or you do, or you practice enough so that you get that skill set if you don't have it. So that's my advice to anyone who wishes to be in the programming. It's going to be a rewarding career. In fact, in my 23rd year, right, ako nagpo-programming pa rin. Pero in some cases, you have to be promoted to a manager or, a vice president or a director. You have to go to the management level already. Pero sa IT industry, kahit 50 ka na, if you're good at programming, they will allow you to do programming. And the salary is not tied up to the title. So even though you're still a programmer, if you work for Google, for example, a senior software engineer in Google earns around $200,000 or $300,000 a year annually. So ano yun, software engineer pa rin sila, pero medyo iba daw sa kanila. Can be a manager in some usually at that age, kailangan you're either a manager na. So sa IT, a manager is just a title. The role can still be programming. So if you're good at programming, it can be a long-term goal for you. You don't have to change your career. It can be something that you can retire. So you just have to be patient with it. Sa simula, it can be tiring, can be stressful, but that's the growing pains, right? But it's a very rewarding career. So that's basically it.
Very, very true. No? So, hands up. No? So, through the years, wala ka pa rin pupasan. So, thank you very much, so for this very informative, very rewarding talk of yours. No? Talagang na-motivate sigurado yung mga senior high school students natin to continue to do programming, to widen their horizon, so explore the opportunities of this career, this rewarding career, sabi niya nga. So, thank you very much. No? Sa uulitin, sana di ka magsawa. No? So, actually, kagabi ko lang po siya na message, no? If he could talk, no? So, dito sa ating tutorial. It means a lot. Maraming salamat. Hindi sa akin, pero sa mga estudyante nanonood sa atin. It would make a difference, really. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of the ETUlay tutorial management and staff, thank you so much. From the DepEd, generally, so thank you so much. So this is education. So one day baka meron na tayong ma-produce na katulad mo, no? So hindi masasayang yung talk mo because maybe one day meron ba tayong mapuproduce na isang Czar Eclarinal in the IT field. So na merong mababagong buhay because of the programming career na pili nila. Okay?
You're welcome.
Thank you so much,
Welcome. Appreciate it.
Talk to you later.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so yun po si Mr. Zar Eclarinal, no? So tapos na po tayo ng ating first quarter. So binigyan lang po namin kayo ng isang talk na para hindi po kayo ma-born into this programming. So nasabi po na Zar na merong mga wrong notions about programming na hindi naman talaga sa totoong buhay na nangyayari, no? So, you just keep on learning, relearning, retooling your skills, no? Because this is a rewarding career, sabi nga po niya, no? So, hoping po na nakakuha kayo ng insight, ng wisdom from him, no? Dahil sa kanyang very informative, yet so brief na talk, no? Pero very insightful, very full of wisdom, ika na po, no? So, let's get ready. Imagine, no? So, start creating our own program now, no? Sabi nga po ni Bill Gates, no? Actually, I just watched this YouTube video po niya, no? Na talk po niya. You have to repeat until you grow, no? So, you have to move forward. If the path is to the left, you turn left, no? So, yun po yung sabi niya. And then, there is a loop, no? Repeat until is a loop. So, let's keep on moving forward po tayo para sa ating kinabukasan, para sa ikauunlad po, hindi lamang po ng ating mga sarili, kung hindi po ng ating bayan. Ang pag-unlad po ninyo ay pag-unlad ng ating bansa, ng buong mundo, no? So, kasi you will make a difference one day, no? So, one step closer to your dream, ika nga. So this will be might be the first step, no? So in fulfilling, in making your dreams come true for yourself and for your family. Maraming salamat po. So this is your tutor Bell, no? For your comments, suggestions, or pakiscan lamang po ang ating QR code, or kindly check po, click po yung ating URL na nakikita niyo po sa inyong screen. So, see you again, no? So, by next week, another tutorial experience with regards to programming ang aming ihahatid po para sa inyo. Okay, thank you. So, I'll see you again po. So this is again your tutor Bell, no? Signing off. Thank you po.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!